Hey Fit Beauty babes, and welcome back to my channel. It's Jessica Fit Beauty. If you're new, welcome. I hope that you will subscribe. If you're coming back, welcome back. Also, if you do not know or have not seen it, I have a huge giveaway going on. 2 people will win. What? Not 4, 2.
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster.
2 people are going to win the giveaway. I'm going to link it right here so you guys can check it out. I'll also link it down in the description box, so you can check it out when you're done watching this video. But today I'm going to be reviewing Model's Own. This is a line that recently came out into Ulta and was recently just put in my Ulta about a month ago or so, maybe a little longer. I don't know, time passes so quickly over summer. But I am going to be creating this look, trying out a bunch of products for a full face of Model's Own. So if you guys want to see this video, go ahead and watch. Okay, beauties, let's go ahead and jump right on into this. Here is my bag from Ulta. There is a ton of Model's Own goodies in here. Here's the receipts. The truth is I got receipts, okay? And all of the goodies in here, you can check it out. I am going to put these all in front of me. Let's go ahead and first start with the face base. This is a color correcting face primer. This one is kind of a lavender color, but it also says that it's very hydrating, which I always need. And this packaging is so gorgeous. But here it is coming out. It's just a lavender color. I'm gonna go ahead and apply it on my skin. I'm gonna see if this brightens, hydrates. It's got that silicone-y feel. So I actually like the silicone feel, but sometimes during the day it can definitely not be a good thing, so we'll see. It's definitely brightening my face. I can see that already. It's pretty cool. Has a nice smell too. Put a little on my forehead. Now let's move on to the foundation. This is Buff 3, and here's what the packaging looks like. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Milk Makeups, maybe. I'm gonna go ahead and just take a little bit and apply it onto my fingers and just dab it on. Oh, this is like whipped feeling. It's really thick feeling. Could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. We will see. I'm gonna blend it with my usual blending brush that I'm in love with right now, which is the Clarisonic. We're gonna do that on this side, and then on this side I'm going to use a beauty blender. So this is beautiful. I'm really liking the coverage. It doesn't feel really tacky on the skin, which is a good thing. And it's so flawless, but I'm excited to see what this side looks like when I blend it out with the Beauty Blender, just to see. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend this side out with my Beauty Blender. So I like it with the Beauty Blender, but I definitely like it more with a brush. So surprise, surprise, that's what I seem to always like lately. I'm gonna apply a little bit more. Okay, so there it is, completely done. I am like a blank canvas. Wow, this is really good stuff. It is matte and oil free, which I think is great, especially for oily skin. I do tend to run a little bit more dry, so I'll be interested in seeing how this wears. And now we're going to go ahead and go into the Tea Tree Concealer. I thought this looked really interesting. I have like a zit right here and a zit right here. And they say, you know, tea tree is really good to put on zits. So I thought that was really cool that they have a concealer that actually has tea tree in it. So it's kind of like a 2-in-1. It's going to help you conceal and also help with the spot treatment of your zits or other blemishes. Apply a little bit on where I have my zits. I am also going to apply a little bit here to highlight. I'm not going to take it up too close to the eye because of the tea tree factor. I can definitely smell the tea tree, but I wanted to conceal underneath here just a little bit and kind of highlight. I do feel like the foundation did a really good job on its own though. And then I'm just going to kind of buff this in. Probably should have done that first before the foundation, but you know. And now we have the translucent powder. This is Translucent 01. It's called Grand Finale Loose Powder, Velvety Finish, and Staying Power. So again, with the packaging, I feel like anything that's in the face, for the face, has this kind of teal ombre effect, and I love that. So here is the packaging of the powder. That's kind of cool. It has a mirror at the top, which is cool. Also comes with this tiny little like I don't know, flimsy sponge. I mean, let's be honest, probably never gonna use this. So if you're like me, I always put it in the top of my lid. I know, I'm so bad. So that mirror is kind of like not really great. I'm gonna go ahead and take my beauty blender and I'm going to put the powder in it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and set underneath my eye with it. It's definitely more of kind of a yellowy color. I'm also gonna set on top of my eye because this is gonna be for my base when I do my eyeshadow. But I like the way it looks though. It's kind of already melting into my eye, which is good. Because sometimes I feel like powders can really exemplify any fine lines and it's not doing that. So that is a plus. So I'm really impressed with this. It's really like setting into the skin and just kind of melting in. And now I'm gonna go ahead and go on to Sculpt and Glow. And here is the palette. So pretty. It has this like holographic kind of look to it. There's a huge mirror in here. That is really cool. And here are the shades. You guys can see, so pretty. I actually went with a medium because when I was Ulta swatching them, I felt like the light was just gonna be too light on me, and I liked this shade personally a little bit better. So let's go ahead and contour with it. I'm gonna use my Royal and Nickel contour brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply it into the shade. Whew, that is so pigmented. I barely touched it. If you guys can see, there's, wow, look at that. Poof, tons. And I'm gonna go ahead and contour right here and right here. I'm also gonna take a little bit on my forehead. That is so pigmented. You have to be so careful, but it blends really, really nice. So I'm impressed with that. And I'm just gonna blend this in a little bit more. Yes. Okay. Okay, Model Zone, you're doing your thing. Do my chin too. And down my neck, just a little. That is really, really pretty. Okay, I'm gonna take another Royal and Nickel brush, just kind of wipe all this excess powder off. I don't like to bake too long personally for me. I feel like it really dries out my eyes. So just a little bit of setting. And then I'm gonna go in with this brush here and this shade called Afterglow. It kind of reminds me of NARS Orgasm. And I'm going to tap it in, make sure I dust it off. This one's not giving me as much kickback. So a little bit there though, if you guys can see. And then I'm gonna put it on my cheeks. That is really, really pretty. So Afterglow, I mean, this whole palette, this is medium to tan. They don't have a huge range, at least at my Ulta. They only had 2 shades of Sculpt and Contour as far as like light to medium, medium to tan. And I feel like this might be a little light for medium to tan even. Wait to use the highlighter shade towards the end. And it's very much a rose goldy kind of color. It's not making me like swoon over the swatch, but it's pretty. So we'll have to see how it goes on afterwards. Let's go ahead and move on to eyes. I got the Color Chrome eyeshadow kit. And again, with the packaging, how cute is this? So let's go ahead and use this guy. Let's read the instructions too to make sure I do this right. So squeeze a drop of the primer, which is this guy, into the tray and add some eyeshadow and mix, and then you apply it directly on the lid. So I'm actually going to use the Sculpt color from the contour kit because I didn't get any other eyeshadows or eyeshadow palettes, but I'm going to use this color kind of in my crease just to kind of give me a little bit of depth there. And this is a good trick too if you're ever in a rush, or let's say you forgot an eyeshadow palette, but you have a contour palette with something like this. You can always use this in the crease, this on the lid, this on the lid, and it's such an easy way to kind of get like a 2-in-1 product, which is so nice. As I went to go do that after I did this eye, I thought, oh, I'm gonna pull the band out closer. I already did this eye and it wasn't filmed. Leave it to me. Anyway, this is what it looks like when you kind of mix it. So I took a little bit and some of the mixing liquid, just taking my brush, and I'm just going to kind of apply onto my lid, starting in the middle and then kind of working my way out. But look at that, so pretty. I'm so impressed with this. The staying power will be one thing if it shifts. All right, so I have 2 more products to do. I also bought the eyeliner, which this is the Model's Own Eye Definer Kohl Pencil Waterproof Eyeliner. And I'm actually gonna just tightline my upper and lower lash line. They do not have mascara, at least at my Ulta, they did not have mascara. And then we're gonna move on and do lips. I also somehow forgot to get brows, even though I looked directly at it, I just totally blanked it. So I'm gonna do my brows off camera, but let's go ahead and do this first. So I'm just going to take it right here on my waterline. And one thing I want to mention, something is waterproof, it should be waterproof. This did glide on very easy, but in order to make it completely proof of everything, because we also have oils, if you set it with a powder, that will definitely make it not budge. So a waterproof eyeliner is great, but if you really don't want it to budge because you have oils on your eyes or whatnot, setting it with a powder will take it even farther. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this eye too. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyebrows off camera and my mascara, and I'll be right back. All right guys, so I have brows on. My eyes are completed with a little bit of mascara, and it's hanging in there. There's a little bit of transfer up here, but I have very deep set eyes, so it's not bad. Now I'm gonna go into the lip. This is the Luxe Matte Liquid Lipstick in Berry Cool, which I feel like is so good for fall. Here is the packaging up close. I love this. It's like a frosted glass. It's so let's go ahead and take a look at the applicator. It's just a traditional doe foot applicator, nothing special. I always smell things and it smells like mint. Whew, smells so good. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply some on my lips. Whoa, that's pigmented. So again, this is Berry Cool. I think this is so stunning. Let's go ahead and finish off with some highlighter. I'm going to use the Light Up highlighter and my normal highlighting brush, which is my favorite. It's my Royal and Nickel highlighter brush. I'm just going to dust it in there. And let's go ahead and highlight. So it's a little more subtle of a highlight, but it's still very pretty. It still packs a punch. With the lights, you can definitely see it glow. In person, it's a little more subdued and soft. I do feel like it shows texture a little bit. So if you are someone who has a little more texture on their skin, this might not be so good. This is the completed look with all of the new stuff that I got from Models Own. Let's talk about what I loved and what I didn't, or what I'm like okay on. So the translucent powder, as I've sat here a little bit longer, I'm noticing it's kind of really kicking into some spots. Overall, this is an okay for me. I'm not like in love with it. Plus, this is $12.99, so I feel like for $12.99, I know that's not super expensive, but I want it to just be a little bit better. I'll definitely give it another try and let you guys know down below if I like it another time. So it could just be with the concealer that I use underneath there too. It really wasn't a concealer, it was more of just like a corrector for spots. So that is kind of a ho-hum for me. The tea tree, I was initially like, that's so cool. I don't know, I feel like it's kind of gimmicky. It did okay at covering this spot up. I feel like the foundation on its own did a better job. It's definitely not for under the eyes. So let's just put that there. The foundation and the face primer I'm really in love with. We'll have to see how it completely sits on the skin. The eyeshadow I love in Copper Luster. I think it is so beautiful. Like I said, it did transfer just a little bit, but it is very pretty. And then of course the Sculpt and Glow palette in medium tan. I'm in love with it. The highlighter I'm a little ho-hum on, but I mean, just look at how huge these pans are. The blush is gorgeous. The sculpting powder is gorgeous. Love it. There is a little bit of kickback, but that doesn't say too much to me. The berry lip color, Berry Cool, I love a lot. I think this color is so beautiful. It does stay a little bit tacky, so it's not completely drying down. The eyeliner I like. It's still staying in my waterline, and a lot of times after I put something in my waterline and tightline with, I'll notice it's kind of like moving down. It's not doing any of that. The prices of all of these are anywhere from like $8 into $20, so it's a good price range. You can find it at Ulta. I'm super impressed. I feel like for people with more of a budget for makeup, this is a great way to go. So overall, definitely worth the ticket. That is it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure that you give me a thumbs up down below. Also, let me know what product you think you'd like, or have you tried anything from Models Own? I'd love to hear your opinion, what you thought. And if you haven't tried it, do you want to try it? Let me know down in the comment section below. And until next time, we'll be seeing you soon. Bye.